They've got a receiving threat in Taylor Keene and Brandon Lester. I think that they've got too much for them this year. Also, Homeacre moves on to 3-0 with a 42-24 win tonight.
I believe this will be an interesting game out of the Cumberland District. Castlewood at Thomas Walker.
Castlewood again pushed Homeacre for a while last week before they fell 21-6. Again, Castlewood blanked Thomas Walker last year at home, but they've got to go down to down to Lee County. Go to Lehigh and go to Lee County. But anyway, Thomas Walker, I think they need this game. They are improved, and I think they get the win, 29-26.
Wow. At the University of Ewing. Over in the Mountain Empire District tonight, Rural Retreat travels to Grayson County tonight.
Grayson County, again, they are much improved. Again, Rural Retreat still trying to find their way. Dawson Allen is one of the better athletes for Rural Retreat, but again, I think it's going to be too much Grayson County. I've got them winning going away, 35-14.
Okay, some of our non-district games tonight, Hurley gets to go over the state line, but they go to Pike County to play Pike County Central tonight.
Hurley is still coming off that heartbreaking loss. Again, they fell to Eastern Montgomery last Friday night. Again, the Mustangs scored with 38.4 seconds left and got that 14-12 win, picking up their first win of the season. I've got Pike County Central rolling in this one. Again, Tyler Hunt is a great quarterback. Pike County Central 32, Hurley 28.
Okay, I always trust you, Joe. Lehigh, again, a very interesting game. Lehigh at J.I. Burton.
And for all you that follow us on Facebook, I believe you'll see our pick'em panel. Rob's going to disagree with me on this game. Lehigh and J.I. Burton, I think, two very evenly matched teams. Again, J.I. Burton is better than they were last year. However, Lehigh, I think, has got just a little bit for in terms of the numbers. I think that they'll run enough at them just to get the win. I've got Lehigh winning this game 28-24.
Yes, sir. And Eastside at Patrick Henry, another interesting game.
Again, two of the most dynamic players in Region 1D is on the field tonight. Patrick Henry running back, Zach Brown, Eastside quarterback, Jordan Rasnick. This game went back and forth last year before Patrick Henry prevailed. I've got another great game tonight. Again, at Patrick Henry, up at Emory, Virginia. Patrick Henry will get the win over Eastside, 38-35.
All right. This is an interesting game. I sure would like to see Rye Cove win tonight. Rye Cove travels down the line to play Hancock County tonight.
Hancock County, again, Rye Cove hasn't collected a win this year, but they have shown improvement. Chase Love, Matthew Gibson, Lucas Lane, pretty good football players. Again, former Gate City great Jeremy House right there to run the defense. But Hancock County 2-1. They've got wins over Cosby and Unaka. At home, they've got just enough to edge the Eagles. Hancock County wins 28-20.
All right, and a game being played way up the road. John Battle travels to Holston tonight.
Again, on the pick'em panel, I'm picking the upset on this one. John Battle 0-2, Holston 2-0. They come into this ball game again. John Battle is improving. They took Virginia High to the very end last week with a 2013 win. John Battle, go ahead, folks, wherever you're placing your bets. John Battle 30, Holston 28. The undefeated season is over for the Cavaliers.
I believe I said Holston will win this battle. So, Bland, talking about battles tonight. Wow, Bland County at Northwood.
Back and forth. Again, Northwood's allowed 87 points in its two games, but defense has got to do better than they've done. Bland County, though, back and forth with them over the past few years. In a game that you have to flip the coin, I've got Bland County with a small upset on the road, 35-34.
And a couple of heavyweights, Grundy at Lebanon.
This game last year wasn't a lot of scoring. It was 14-0. Senior running back Gabe Fisher is a player to watch for Grundy, though. He's a three-time state wrestling champion. Again, he's rushed for 336 yards on 25 carries so far. Grundy, I think, has got enough. Lebanon is down. I think they only dressed 22 players last week against Lehigh. Grundy, 38. Lebanon, 14. How do we just at this moment, how do we hear or how do we listen?
We sound good and we look good on we are got faces and bodies for radio. You know
exactly.
that. So enough about us. Let's talk about Union playing Letcher County Central. That kind of intrigues me.
Letcher County, though, comes in struggling. The 5A Cougars have allowed at least 43 points per game. Union, they with that big win last week over Richlands on the road. Again, the 2 touchdowns. Union, I think, is all over Letcher County. Central tonight at Big Stone Gap. I've got Letcher County losing 42-12.
And another interesting game tonight, Wise Central at Ridgeview. Ridgeview, probably one of the best teams, if not the best team in Southwest Virginia, in my opinion, Joe.
Again, Ridgeview experience. They're coming back. They're averaging 48 points a game, 304 yards per rushing behind the. They've got a great combo. Trenton, Adkins, and Matthew Sexton. Again, Wise Central, though, is improved. They're young, but they're improving. Ridgeview, though, gets the win, 35-17.
One of the games that I grew up hearing about and talking about, the VT game, Virginia High at Tennessee High. This game being played earlier in the season than it used to be a long time ago. I remember it was Virginia High and Tennessee High, and then DB and Tennessee High. So what do you think? I think Tennessee High is going to pull it off tonight.
Yes, indeed. I think it's what you went on the picking panel,
yes,
talking
sir.
about the magic of the Stone Castle. This is the 102nd city championship. Again, Tennessee High 2-1, hasn't lost to Virginia High since 2011. Last week, Tennessee High with that loss against Daniel Boone, kind of some angst about the officiating. I think they take out their frustrations tonight. Virginia High will play them close, but Tennessee High's got too much. 38-30 in the rivalry game in the Stone Castle.
Yes, sir. And Graham, another interesting team playing really good this year. Graham at Giles.
Again, Graham, our Premier Pharmacy Player of the Week, Cam Allen, rushed for 366 yards on the season. Again, I think they've just got too much right now. Graham playing well, 40-7 over Giles.
All right. And Chilhowie at Twin Springs. That's going to be kind of a wild one, but until the kickoff, maybe.
Yes, indeed, to be close. Chilhowie will get off the bus and score 14 points right off the bat, I think. This is the biggest mismatch of the week, unfortunately. Chilhowie's 2-0. They won by scores of 33-6 and 49-14. Twin Springs, they've scored 30 total points on the season. Chilhowie's clicking. Again, they made that state championship run last year. Chilhowie too much in Nicholsville, 55-6. I've got the Warriors over the Titans.
Okay, and then a team we know too well, Abingdon at Pulaski County.
Again, Pulaski County playing well. They got William Fleming last week. They held him to 4 first downs and negative 43 yards rushing. They've got a senior receiver, E.J. Horton. And I'm just going to say it. I don't think Abingdon is as good as what they're trying to say they're good. I've got Pulaski County with an upset at home, taking down the Birds from Abingdon 28-23. Of course, that may be a little bit of spite from last week.
We'll see how that flies. Marion at George Wythe at Marion tonight, Joe.
George Wythe won last week on a grand slam and a two-run double, 6-2 over their Wythe County rival Fort Chiswell. Marion scored 8 of its 9 possessions last week in that huge win over Northwood. Back and forth it's going, but George Wythe, I think, in this rivalry has got a little more experience. George Wythe inks out the win, 21-20.
All right, and finally, Ridgeview, West Virginia at Tazewell tonight.
Tazewell 35, Ridgeview 14. Enough said.
Here we go.
So that concludes our look around Southwest Virginia. We're going to take a quick break, come back. Rob is going to give us some of the starting lineups. We'll get you ready. Sullivan South, Gate City, about to clash here in 20 minutes.
Yes, it is. Again, you're listening to the home of the Blue Devils, home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
This is Coach Scott Vermillion, head coach of the defending state champion Gate City Boys basketball team. And you're listening to the home of the Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
For exceptional Mexican food and the perfect place to stop in before heading out to watch another Gate City victory, La Carreta Express in Weber City offers a tremendous menu of authentic Mexican cuisine at a great price. La Coretta proudly supports Blue Devil sports, and they're open 7 days a week, even until 10 p.m. every night except Sunday. So dine in with them today or give them a call at 276-386-7000 for call-in orders. Again, that's 276-386-7000. And they're located next to Weber City Drug on U.S. Highway 23 in Weber City. Family owned for 3 generations, Broadwater Trading Company proudly supports Gate City High School and wishes the Blue Devils the best for a great upcoming season. Broadwater Trading Company is your local steel dealer, and they've got chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, outdoor power equipment, and much, much more, including farm equipment and supplies. So go by and see them today at 297 West Water Street or give them a call at 386-6811. Again, that's 386-6811. Again, Broadwater Trading Company, proudly supporting Gate City Athletics.
This is John Sally of the Gate City football and basketball teams, and you're listening to the home of the Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
And we are back here again live at Sullivan South High School as Gate City prepares to take on the Rowdy Rebels.
The Rowdy Rebels from here in
Death Valley. So, Rob, take us through the starting lineups for tonight's matchup.
Well, first we'll start with Sullivan South as the Rebels come in tonight as we travel over here to Sullivan South to take on the Rebels. They've got a big team up front, but not as big a team as we faced last week against Abingdon. Some of their, I believe we can move the ball on Sullivan South tonight. The problem is, can we stop the passing attack? So let's talk about the offense real quick. Starting on the line tonight is number 75, Deacon Bragg. He's a 6'4", 285-pound lineman. Also number 70, Hayden Wallen. He's a senior, 5'11", but he's 270 pounds. Also on the line, number 65, Hunter Smith, 6'4", 225. He's a junior. On the line also is Nathan Harkleroad and Grayson Smith. Both of those gentlemen are 250 to 255 pounds across the line. And our final lineman is number 55, Tyler Klein. He's 5'11". He's also 275 pounds. Starting at running back will be Julian Reed, a junior, 5'9", 165 pounds. But they say he's faster than lightning, so we'll see how he does tonight. Julian Reed, remember that name. Starting at wing back is going to be number 5, Austin Mode, Also at wide receiver tonight will be Gavin Parker, a senior, 5'9", 160, and Aaron Watterson, 6'4", 200 pounds, another one of those tall wide receivers that we faced last week. And the quarterback, as everyone knows, stepping in for the Ward player from last year, Luke Pollock, a senior, 6 foot, 165 pounds. Even though this is his first season under quarterback, Joe, he had played some when Ward had got hurt, when Ethan Ward had got hurt. So he's not new to this position.
Yeah, I think he's got about 10 games under his belt, and again, South has got to the point of their program where they don't rebuild, they just reload. And again, bringing in good quality people. You can't say enough about it. And as we get ready for the next half of your starting lineup, just a few quick scores. Riverview, we talked about them in Tazewell. Riverview takes the opening kickoff, goes straight down the field. They're up 8-0. Patrick Henry already on the board. They took 2 plays to score. They're up 8-0 on each side. Again, that game being played at Emory, Virginia. Marion and Georgia Wythe right now is in a lightning delay over in Southwest Virginia. It's 80-some degrees here, and we have no rain whatsoever. However, they're in a lightning delay. That game will start at 7:45.
We could almost use a little cool air tonight, but we definitely hope that everything's going good over there. The reason those games have already started is games in East Tennessee 99% of the time start at 7:30, and games in Virginia start at 7. So let's talk about our Gate City Blue Devils starting offensive tonight. Starting for the Blue Devils on the line, number 75, Isaac Stapleton. Number 68, Kurt Gibson. Number 66, Logan Davidson. Number 59, Dalton Kaiser. And number 55, Michael Calhoun. Starting at wide receiver, and we'll be